We're holding page Chofei in the Maharal, first column, second paragraph. So the first question asks a person after 120 years is what? Nososov and Nosata Be'emunah. Second question is Kovati Itum La Torah. Did you set specific times to study Torah? Chen Kovati Itum La Torah Gav Kim Dovazeh She'odem Mei HaNeshama She Nivdeles Roshiyah Nivshach HaSichli. If the essence of the Jew is spiritual, what should it be attracted to? Something which is removed from the physical. So what's Torah? Torah is the ultimate, which is removed from the physical. Did you set times to study Torah? What does that mean? You removed yourself from the physicality of existence. Now, a person, when we speak about Aseh Torah Keva, your Torah should be primary and your work should be secondary. We're not talking about quantitative. We're talking about objective. A person to be able to to live, and to live as a proper Jew, he has to work 8 hours a day. And if you figure out the time, he only has 6 hours a day to study. So does that mean to say that the Torah is not primary? It's still primary. He's only working, do whatever he's doing to be able to study those 6 hours, or to be able to give his children a Torah education. So it's Torah is keva. It is primary. Why? So even though you're engaging in the physical, I'm only in the physical to the degree that I have to use the physical to facilitate the spiritual. So that's kaveh to eat la Torah. Did you set specific times to study Torah? If you did, so that means if that is primary, who are you? You are where you find yourself. I'm not that. I'm only there for some other reason. So that's the reason why the question is asked. If you're a chomri, if you're a physical being, meaning, and you gravitate only after the physical, that's your primary interest, you don't set times to study Torah. That was
even if you do.
No, if you set times to study, that means
even if you do set times to Torah, but still you're doing everything else. Chomri.
What is setting times? You set 5 minutes a day, you studied. We're talking about a substantial amount of time that you're studying. Literally, you have to pull yourself away from the physical to show this is primary to me, because that's who I am. I have to do that, but who am I? This is what I am. And therefore, despite the sacrifice, I'm willing to make that sacrifice, because it has that degree of importance, because that's who I am. I was giving a shiur Friday night, and I said something I shared, which I said on Friday, Ezel Osha Samech B'Chelko. Just reviewing for in case he doesn't remember. He's going to Israel and wanted to take it with him. So some people take charity, money, so they give charity. They'll take Divrei Torah. It says, Ani Choshev Kemes. Right? We learn from Dos Navirim, Ani Choshev Kemes. So does that mean to say a person who's an Ani? Do you mean he's Choshev Mes? What about Samech B'Chelko? Ezel Osha Samech B'Chelko. He's an Osher. See, is he an Ani? He's not an Ani. Materially, he's an Ani. But in terms of who he is, he's an Osher. So I said, definitely not. Ani Choshev Kemes means that if you value the material, and that is your whole essence, and you don't have it, so what's your value? You have no value. But if your value is, I'm a spiritual person, I'm Somech B'Chelki, because I understand what my value is, despite that I have very little, I am who I am, so you're not Choshev Kemes. You're not like a non-existent person. Because I have value despite the fact that I don't have the material. But if a person's only value is only if he has the material, without that he feels he's nothing, then you have no value. So somebody asked me, I think Moshe asked me, on Friday, the story with Eliphaz and Yaakov. He relinquished everything. He says, Ani Choshev Kemes. That was Eliphaz's vantage point. Esav, that everything is the material. I take your material wealth, you have nothing. You mess. Yaakov, Yeshli Kol. As little as he had everything. Yaakov was still the functional, vibrant, capable person, fully alive. Right? That's what he said. So I was speaking Friday night, so somebody was there, fell asleep. So I said to him, Lahavdil, you pay $10,000 for a theater ticket. Then you sleep through the whole show. Does that make sense? You pay $10,000. If you value what you're missing, you don't fall asleep. What? Whatever. So I'm saying the same thing. We're talking about Kavatik Itim La Torah. But what about all the opportunities out there? What about whatever? If that's what you are, that's what you are. But if you're a spiritual person, and you address, despite what you're passing on, you're taking out time to study, that's a statement that says, who am I? That's who I am. I'm not that. But look what you're missing. It's irrelevant what I'm missing. But that's not what I am. To be continued. He's coming tomorrow morning, no? He's not sure. Okay. I have faith in him. He's coming tomorrow morning. So either I'll save myself $1. Okay.